All right, thanks, Tim. Look, I've titled this presentation Location, 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 Drill, 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 and I'll explain what I mean by that as we go through the presentation. Thanks for all your attendance. Just a quick disclaimer, it's been released to the ASX, the presentation. So please review the presentation and any other ASX releases if I've misstated something, you're unsure as anything I've presented. Location, location, location. Look, Western Australia, I'd love to be there. I'm on the East Coast. It's but I'm 24 years there exploring for gold all over WA. It's one of the best jurisdictions in the world to explore for gold, particularly surrounded by the global pandemic. You get great support from gold explorers for all levels, including government, public, brokers, and investors alike. WA continues to deliver new discoveries, including Julimar and Hemi for Chalice and De Grey, but also continues to offer opportunities near mine gold discoveries under historical open pits, along strike from mining centres, and trackable distances from numerous operating gold plants. And this is where G88 has strategically targeted our location and our focus, which is why I refer to location, location, location. We're adjacent to Kin Mining, Red 5, Rocks Gold, Venus in 3 separate project areas, all made good success and good progress on that under their own rights. Drill, drill, drill. Yesterday, we announced early results from Benalla, which I'll talk about. We're just drilling Darlow, and we'll be back to Benalla probably next week. An experienced team, you know, backed by geologists and corporate people. Just next slide, please. Last month, we raised about 1.7 million at 5 cents, currently trading around 7 cents. So a positive for new shareholders. If any of you are on board, thanks for your support. As I say, we've got an experienced board behind us with quality exploration manager, and we're looking to add to the team to oversee day-to-day running. Supportive shareholder base with the top shareholders still holding from the IPO investment they made in 2017. And I see 20 and 21 as a significant growth period for the company, with a number of drilling programs in the pipeline, which I'll give more details through the rest of the presentation. Next slide, please. I want to concentrate on the northeast goldfields to start off with, near Leonora, so just north of Kalgoorlie. And I want to particularly concentrate on Benalla, which you can see down in the sort of south east part of the map, the bottom right-hand part of the map. I also draw your attention to all those gold dots there at the Cardinia project. And there's some great work being done by Kin Mining, led by Andrew Monkton. I'm not going to talk to each individual point. Some of these things you can review yourself, or will come up in the next slides. Next slide, please. As Andrew Monkton of Kin has indicated in his diggers address earlier this week, the Mini-Era Greenstone Belt is an underexplored belt that's yielded and continues to yield multiple discoveries. Our Benalla project is in that Mini-Era belt. It's underexplored because it was historically singled out by government of the day for prospectors, with numerous prospecting licenses, thereby stymieing regional scale exploration efforts. You can see from this diagram, the various colours on the left-hand side, that there's been some significant consolidation. And between G88, Golden Mile, Kin and NTM Gold, the 3 companies hold the lion's share of the Mini-Era belt. Other points to note on this slide, there's several gold plants within a 50-kilometre radius. And if Kin is able to achieve their exploration expectations, there'll be a new one on our doorstep. Remembering location, location, location. Next slide, please. So Benalla, zooming down into the bottom right-hand side, as I pointed out, is Benalla. is the southeast strike extension of the Kin Mining's Gold project. The Collymore and the East Lynn mineralising trends continue on to the G88 Benalla ground and then strike for a further 3 kilometres. So multiple gold trends to test with drilling. Our auger geochemistry program, which is referred to in the slide, the coloured slide there in the middle, gives some indication to the prospectivity of the Benalla project. We've highlighted 4 auger geochemical targets. How I expect the target areas will expand in line with the multiple prospects discovered by Kin just across our tenement boundary. Next slide, please. G88 announced yesterday the results from the first pass drilling of BGT2, Benalla Gold Trend 2, and BGT4, and the partial testing of BGT3. The Aircore rig will be back next week to finish the testing of BGT3 and test BGT1 before we'll follow up with RC drill depth and in areas where Aircore drilling wasn't able to penetrate. They're quite wide space lines, and so historically in this area, certainly that we're finding and Kin's finding, is that the Aircore gives you a pretty good indication of prospectivity, but ultimately it needs to be followed up with infill lines and RC drilling. Target BGT2, as indicated there, returned 12 metres at 1.03. That's a composite sample from 40 metres. And I'll leave the rest for you to review. You can see the other numbers there. While we always want more and better results, basing the Aircore lines is quite wide at the first pass coverage over the strike of the auger anomalies. But the results are exciting. We find them exciting. Similar geology, alteration, and tenor of results as you see up the road. Systematic follow-up is planned and needed, and as I said, that starts next week. For access reasons, we left BGT1 to last, but that is our biggest soil anomaly or auger soil anomaly. Next slide, please. I'll move on to Darlow, which is within 5 kilometres of the Darlow gold mine. It's well located on some of the same southeast northwest shears that pass through the region. The exploration licence has seen limited historical exploration with some geochemistry. Over, you can see on the right-hand side those red circles. That's the central and the southern target. G88 has focused its recent exploration on the central target, where there is evidence of east-west veins, cross-cutting and northeast striking greenstone granite contact. You can see that in the more colourful slide there. You've got that northeast direction, and you can see evidence of the soil anomaly underneath it, and those red circles are where we're currently drilling at the moment. We expect results to be in early next week. Next slide, please. Ewan Mary Gold Project. It's up around you and I. It was added in 2019, which in recent years, the you and me gold fields, which in recent years has received significant pressure to the discovery of the Penny North deposit by Spectrum, and then its acquisition by Ramelius. Obviously, Vernon Rocks are doing a lot of work around the you and me gold mine itself, and adjacent to that, we have this Ewan Mary gold project. In this new gold price environment, belts previously forgotten are now being looked at with renewed enthusiasm, and rightly so. Small, high-grade underground resources still have significant value as they can be trucked further. And, you know, Venus and Rocks, if they're successful, there will be a gold project on within 10 kilometres of our Ewan Mary project. Once again, location, location, location. Next slide, please. Our first pass work at Ewan Mary has shown that previous exploration didn't do the tenement justice. The previous explorers were focused on a much larger area and didn't give this tenement a sufficient exploration with only very wide-spaced soil geochemistry. The Ewan Mary exploration licence covers over 10 kilometres of strike of the greenstone. Prospectors who've entered the ground into G88 have used the historical geochem with their metal detectors to extract large numbers of nuggets. While nuggets don't necessarily mean subsurface gold deposits as a secondary concentration, they do highlight that a primary source for gold is close by. G88's conducted details ground mag and process ASTA satellite data to provide complementary information to assist targeting. We've recently collected some first pass soil samples with which we'll submit to the lab this month, with the next phase of sampling imminent. Next slide, please. That's it. Thank you for your time. Ready for questions.
Thanks, Rod. So how do you pick up such prize assets in such a well-known gold region?
Well, we started the exercise back in 2017 when we listed in the company. Since we listed, we were focusing on nickel. We had a great nickel laterite target, and so the really the gold boom has caught up to us. We're probably slightly ahead of the game there.
And what is your view on the most recent drilling results?
Look, to me, they're a strong indication that there's mineralisation in the region. Certainly, if any of you have looked at Kin's work, you know, these are really indications that more drilling is required to unlock any source.
And those other gold companies, well-known gold companies on the other side of the fence, are they potential JV partners?
Look, we always got our eyes open to opportunities. The key here is unlocking shareholder value. We certainly are looking at giving it a good go over ourselves.
And so the timeline, you seem to be drilling quite shallow. Is the timeline, and what is the strategy and the timeline moving forward?
So we've got, as I said, we just finished drilling and at Nala, and we just announced some results. We're at Darlow now. Drilling that'll be finished. It's only a relatively small program. We'll finish later this week or early next week, and then the air core rig goes back to Benalla, and then on receipt of those results, our expectations are early next year will be RC drilling.